So I want to do my pathway on false imprisonment because when when you go to jail, you pretty much have all your civil rights taken away from you, and it really stinks when if you do get put in jail. I mean, if it's wrongful, then you kind of, I mean, it just I can't even imagine. But so I'm going to do for this first one, it's a 60 minutes take on a guy who got um, wrongfully imprisoned, and his name is Michael Morton, and he was. They thought that he murdered someone, and it ended up being someone else. But the other guy's attorneys, uh, the other guy told his attorneys that he killed him, and Michael Morton was innocent. But but he said that they couldn't tell anyone. So the his attorneys had to keep quiet because of the attorney privilege, I think it's called, where the attorneys have to keep what you say to them. And so pretty much Morton spent 25 years in prison for murder he never did. And it's just, yeah, stinks because you can't really sue them for anything because they didn't do anything wrong. So it ended up with DNA years until he was exonerated by DNA testing. So DNA testing, it seems like, yes, it's very, very effective, but there's some cases that it can be wrong and everything. But another person I'd like to go to once this loads is Stephen Avery. Stephen Avery was he's actually the main guy of Making a Murderer. And he's actually spent, before everything went down with his latest arrest, he ended up spending 18 years for being accused of raping a woman, and he got exonerated by DNA evidence too. But then he got convicted in the murder of a woman named Teresa Holbeck, and if you watch it, there's many things that don't add up. I'm not saying that he's innocent, but there's a lot of things that don't add up with him being put into prison and everything. But so the court system sometimes, I don't know, can be really bad, and a lot of the evidence points to that the cops were planted evidence in his house and everything. And I know that it can be one-sided because the Netflix producers seem like he's on their side. There's also, I guess, stories about him killing animals, and that's a big trait of serial killers and everything. But there are corrupt police officers. I'm not saying there's all police officers are corrupt or anything. I'm just saying that there are, and in this case, I think he got false imprisoned again. But I don't know. It's interesting. You'd have to watch it on Netflix. It's very good. Very good series. So this is my first screencast. My laptop, actually, its microphone ended up not being very amazing, and I'm hoping that I put enough of the screencast in and everything. Give me feedback on what you would like to see more in the screencast. Thanks.